Hi, it's Sharon at Sound Marketing. Today, we have a few people here wanting to view a live as it happens posting, and we're going to be looking at the timing that it's going to take for viewers to respond. Now, this particular business at the present time has 13,919 connected viewers. And I do say connected because you're going to see by me posting the story that doesn't take very long for these individuals to respond and engage with this particular business. So I'm going to go ahead and open up to, hold on just one moment. I need to check something here. Okay, looks like everything is fine. And what we're going to do is, say, move that out of the way. Okay, I have some content here. The story that we're going to be putting up are tips from NAM. And I have an image I think that they will like. So we always make albums. And I'll start putting up that first image. Okay, and they're requesting, what exactly do you want to put up today? So people had asked about these stories, the people that are, um, they're now considered engaged viewers. And we say that because what we've noticed is we've had a lot of response from this viewership, and some of them have even made requests for stories. We've done that. We've done that as well. Okay, so here's what we've got. I'm going to go ahead and use this as a highlighted story, and I'll save this here. And for an image, let's go ahead and use this one, and we'll see if we can get that uploaded. Okay, here we are, image number one. Okay, this is something that they love to see. They love to see a live setting as far as venues for concerts. Okay, we're going to add in more content. But first, let's put up maybe 4 more or 5 more images. I'm going to actually use these remaining 5 images. I usually just will use divisible by 4, but I have a way that we can kind of crop that out, so when the story goes up, it will still be a nice, neat, clean uh, image that I can use on Pinterest or Flickr. The really good thing about setting up your social media and having your support social media is that you can synchronize all of the information that goes up on your anchor site, which would be Facebook, so that you do not have to go in individually and upload these stories to several different sites. And there are several. I'm going to be showing you some of the ones that we recommend, and I'll show you how it can really assist you if you take the time to be sure that you're synchronizing what you post from one place to another, because this is what's going to keep your viewership continuing to come to see your new information. Okay, so we're going to try to put a little bit of content on at least 4 of these images. What I might do, maybe we'll break this out a little differently. Yeah, I'll break it out a little differently so that there'll be some content on every image, because one of the things that we have seen and that we do know is that this particular viewership, they're very interested in reading the information um, because it's information that's of high interest to them as it relates to what their uh, desires are as far as having a career. So that's one of the reasons that we take recommendations, or we take the time to review any of the suggestions that some of our connected viewers have as far as what they would like answers to, or what they feel that they're a little weak on as far as knowledge. And having done that, we've really seen a huge increase in receiving a much higher social reach than we ever had before. So when we say, and I think a lot of you have mentioned that one of the things that you like about what sound marketing does is positioning your services to the interests of the viewership. And that is key because people are interested, much more interested in you, and they will return when you are addressing something that's of high interest to them. I mean, everyone's got something to sell, but if you've got um, information that is of interest to them and can be presented and to them from the point of view of what their actual interest is, that is the very best way for you to maintain and sustain high um, contact uh, with viewers that are not just people that are coming to your Facebook page or to your website or even to any of your social media um, support sites just to click on things. Uh, they are coming because they have a vested interest in your product, service, or what it is that you have to offer because that is addressing their actual needs. Okay, so these are tips from NAM. Tips from NAMM. And if that's incorrect, of course, I'll go back and correct that. Okay, so right now it's showing to be 3:54 p.m. This is a Saturday. I'm going to try to get this up right away for you guys. We try to keep these down to about 15 minutes, but I want to show you the viewer response because that's what you're here to see. Okay, and then as always, I send out to you the updates so you can see what transpires over a 24-hour period. Hopefully, we'll be able to see a little bit of viewer response on this Saturday that we have here today. And some of these others I will go back in later. I'm just going to do bullets on the first four. And I'll come back later and put these in a little later. Okay. Now, because for this group, this is the first time you've ever seen an upload as it happens. What you're going to notice, and you never know. From time to time, if there's a lot of these particular engaged viewers that have signed on today that might be looking at this or engaging with the story, you'll see the updates of the numbers of people will be slow. Now here it's saying about a minute. We've already got 100 and here's our story, 132 people that have engaged with this. So this is what we're talking about when we say as it happens engagement. The story that just went up, career survival, tips from NAM. In less than a minute, we've already got 132 people that have engaged with the story. Okay, now we also see that there's a number of individuals that have mentioned that they like the story. So one of the things that I always encourage a business is to let them know and acknowledge these people for being the first. And I don't think we need caps on this to recognize the story. It's just another little nicety that you can do that lets them know that, hey, you're out there too, and you appreciate that they've taken the time to click on that because that's engagement and that's also acknowledging them as well. So we've actually got 4 people here, so I'm going to go ahead and do. No, that's just, it is this one, this Christian Edward Fuentes Garcia has a very long name. So I'm letting them know that we thank them for acknowledging this post. And I'm going to say for being the first 3. For being the first 3 to like the post. And as always, it helps when you are able to get this up for them. Okay, we're going to take a look And we're going to have opportunity to see what's happening here. Here's the story, Tips from NAM, which is, as if I click on this, you will see this is the same story that we've just looked at. Okay, not only do we have those 3 people that have liked it, now there's been an increase and it's gone up to, so the 10 plus 3 is we've got 13 people that have liked the story, but we have something that very magical that's happened here. I'm going to take you back out to the front, show you why this is considered a magical um, occurrence. And this is what you always want as a business when you have this kind of high engagement. Okay, I'm going to just do a little quick refresh because when the updates of likes has increased, we must have a lot of people out there that are clicking on this story. With this little area that you see here, if I can, yeah, here we go. The number 1, that's a show share. These are very good for a business. I'm going to click over here. I have to warn you, you never know what you're going to see when you go to someone else's page. This page is not so bad. Sometimes you come to pages you have no idea what kind of a personal Facebook page a person's going to have. Now, we see that this individual has put our story up. And they've got it right there so that it will be on their timeline. And this is basically the equivalent of a person uh, promoting your business, your information for you. The nice thing is it does appear on their page, but because they've shared it from this business, when their friends come here and they see this story, if they like the information, there's 2 places where they'll be directed right back to this story. And the first one is at that link. Okay, and we're going to have a look and I'll show you the second location. The second location, let me go back to, this is Roca, and we're going to go to their page. See, this is what I mean. You never know what you're going to see when you come here. Okay, so they have shared this here, but they also, by putting our story up on their page, when you click this, this goes right to the album page, and we'll look at that in a minute. Sometimes, depending on how high the security levels are set on your Facebook page, it will show you the number of friends. What's magical about this is if someone has 500 friends, or 1,000 friends, or 5,000 or 100 or whatever the number is, and here this individual won't show the number of friends that they have because they've chosen not to share that kind of information. But when they do, you end up seeing that by having one person post your story on their page, that you've increased your reach, social reach, much higher than it was just by that one individual also taking the time to say they like that. Here's what I meant by the albums. Okay, so if I take this story that we just put up, um, Mixing Life Sound, Career Survival. These are just tips from NAM. So I click on here, I'll go right to the album area. And here's how the album looks. Let me just decrease the size here. So I put up 6 pictures as opposed to putting up 8. Had I put up 8, then these 2 spaces here would not be there. I usually recommend that you would put up 4 or 8 or 12, any number of images that's divisible by 4, because then when you're taking your poster story, which is what this is after making that a poster, or as they term it, an album, you're then able to put that up on Pinterest or Flickr. You can tweet it out. You can do a lot with that kind of an image. There's nothing preventing you from saving the 6 images. It's just that when you have the 4 images, it looks really nice because it's one uniform piece. I'll try to show you what I'm referring to with that. Okay, so we come over here. Okay, see what this is, how this would look um, as a piece in a social media site like Flickr or Pinterest. Then you can go ahead and add your other copy that you would want to add, or content that you may want to add. So let's go back. I'm going to have a look in Safari and see if there's been any updating. I went back to Chrome. Let's go to Safari. Oops, and I don't have Safari up, so We are stuck in Chrome right now. I know there's been some update in time. You can now see it's jumped up to 733 people that have viewed this. And let's see what the time frame is showing. It's showing this has happened in 8 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and capture that. This is going to be a little trickier because there's been more connections with the story. So I'm going to make the story wider. So this way I can hopefully catch how much went viral and the organic viewers as well. So here we have 32 people that have sent this message out virally, and 703 are showing as our organic users. Okay, the increase of numbers of likes has now got up 17 plus 3, so we got 20 here. We still have the one show share, but the good thing is that in 8 minutes, it's showing this high level of viewer response and engagement. This is just showing the number of people, some of the names of the people that have liked this. And that's always good because that kind of information ends up showing on their timeline, and that's another way to increase our reach, which you always like that because a lot of their friends may have a similar interest in your business as they have, and they have an opportunity then to, oh, let's go and see what this is all about. Okay, so we're now at 9 minutes. I'm going to take you up to the admin panel. For those of you that aren't familiar with this admin panel, this is generally the area where your digital team will come in and um, have opportunity to see what's happening, what the response is. Again, we know here's our story put up today. It's now 3:50. That was 3:54 p.m. is when they were capturing this 733. And here's what we've got. It's showing 703 people, as we saw earlier, are the organic viewers. Okay, so this number will continue to be added to as the viewers come back to look at various images or state that they like or make a comment about that particular article on any one of the 6 images that have gone up with the story. The 32 is going to be representing those people where it's gone viral. They've interacted by liking this. Maybe their friend put this on their page, or the people that are the organic users have said that they liked it, or they made some comment about this, and we've generated 32 viral contacts. This next area, the engaged users, is very interesting to always look at because it's showing 105 engaged users. But with those 6 images that we have up, the images of there's only 6 photos, but they have been interacted with by engaged users 358 times. In addition to that, these other clicks, as they always tell you, the other clicks relate to anytime an individual, may say something about this on their timeline, or they've said that they like something, but it's just another increase in social reach for a business. The 21 stories is outstanding because this would be people that have taken the time to repost our story on their page to others. That's in addition to that one show share that we saw. Right now we're just coming in at like 9 talking abouts. Okay, it's showing 19 likes. Now we saw earlier there were like 20. This doesn't relate to those 20 that we saw. This has more to do with the likes that show up on the album. And excuse me, let's go back up to the front. I think this time, because we've got like a high number of engagement, I usually do these live postings so you can see the engagement up to about 15 minutes. When I do that at 15 minutes, it usually ends up being a little video that will go about 21, 23 minutes or so. And on this Saturday, there seem to be a lot of people that are out there. Now, again, I know that there's been more update of numbers of viewers because of having that big jump in numbers at 8 minutes. It just takes time for this to update when you've got a lot of action or clicks that are happening to a story. So I'm going to let me take you to one other location, okay? Having a look here, a lot of people always say, why do you recommend certain sites as support sites? Well, Flickr's always good. Pinterest excellent. Any business that has, whether it's video, audio, um, or image related, even if it's audio, there's always going to be a time where you're going to have an image that can be put up on a support social media site. In this case, this is just showing you for this particular business what happened as far as their posts being synchronized on Pinterest. And if you look again, what we have done is synchronize again for them to have opportunity. Let's go back. Well, you can see that this is happening because we're on Chrome and too many people have been interacting with this. So let's try to go. Okay, see, now it's up to 910. This happens. All right, so let me go ahead and capture that because this is probably going to be at about 13 minutes or so. And then it's 14 minutes. And they're now up to almost 1,000. This is outstanding, especially for a Saturday. We've done these because I've done them for people all over the world, these live demos. And even at like 3 o'clock in the morning, we've had like over 1,000 connections in less than a 24-hour period. At the end of the 24-hour period, as I always say, I make sure that I get to you the updates so that you can see what happened at 1 hour, maybe a 6 hour, 6 or 8 hours, and definitely the 24-hour. And you will be amazed the amount of connectivity and actions that have taken place by the viewers that are genuinely interested in this business. So here I'm going now to show you what happens individually to the picture posts. So we have some content here. We can see that there are people that have engaged with that. And the next image, again, we've got engagement here. Again, you can go, if you want individually, to look to see how many friends these people have. The nice thing is that in our analytics, it will tell us that there has been a specific count of social reach that has taken place with this particular story. So everything that we do is verifiable, and each post is a message that not only reaches the viewers that you want to reach, but also has the opportunity to allow those individuals that are connected with you to share your story with others. Now, I'm going to show you in closing, because I had already sent out an image that talked about how we put together the social media reach. If I can get a hold of that pretty quickly, I'm going to show you what you can find on that page. Okay, so this is social media. Here it is. Okay, this is the page. Down here, I'm going to go ahead and click here because this will show you, and you've received this in an email. There is a link at the bottom of the third page that will direct you right to online PDF where you can review and see the link that I've shared with you. Okay, that goes over how we prepare the fictitious well, this is a fictitious social media key for a fictitious client, okay? But here's what's received. I won't take the time to go over that. Well, I'll do, because I see some individual questions asking how long does it take to put these together. Well, that I can answer to you now. It's anywhere from 38 to 50 hours. This is a one-time setup, and I have the fees for that at the page 3, where you also find the information that I clicked on here where you can see again the social media key. You have an opportunity to be directed to a 3-minute video that shows you how we do what we do. You have a longer video that shows you how we took a case study and repositioned them for success and for sustained viewer response and reaction, which is this third video. And then this fourth one that you see is an example where you can go to see as it happens connectivity, just like and similar to what you've seen happen today. So I will now take us right back out to the front and we'll see where we are. This is still not showing any update, but if I click this, I might get a little update, but I may not. So let's just have a quick look in the analytics number. Okay, so this is over on the story page. So now they're showing there are 41 viral. Okay, and I think I'll just go ahead and send out to you at the 1 hour. Now I see it's already updated a little bit here, so I went ahead and updated to 966 viewers. Thank you all very much. Wanted to be sure that when you are looking at that PDF that shows the sample social media key, that all of the information is also available to you on the website, and you can see that on page 3 with the links that were provided there. If you happen to forget that, you can always go and give us a call here. That would be at 1-800-575-1994 or 1-800-884 0330, which is the new number, another new number, as well as you can send a message to info, just info at SoundMarketing.mobi. If you have other members of your team that would like to see, as it happens, viewer connectivity on Facebook and how we turn contacts into connected, vested, interested uh, uh, customers or viewers, people that relate to you, please just give us a call, and that way we'll set that up for the groups that need it. We'll try to coordinate the time so that everyone can be present and available. I wasn't able to then take you in to show you a lot of the uh, messages that we have from people, and you can see every month there's something. There's always someone that's connecting with us, and we do this one. I'm going to take a moment, see, to show you, because there was this one individual that actually made a suggestion for a post, and he was mentioning that he was thankful. Here we go. This is the person. He was thankful that we had put up um, particular stories and found them to be very interesting. And he is a sound person. He's someone that works in sound, is very interested in improving his skills. See how we can get there, if we can get there quickly or not. And it looks like I'm not happy. There we go. Okay. So he was saying, well, thank you, for the articles that we put up. Then we said, let them know that, this was great, wonderful suggestion, because at the time we only had 10,000 connected, engaged viewers, and that particular story that he had suggested generated over 13,000 viewers, of which over 11,000 were viral. He was very surprised to learn, to find out that it was his request that caused that. Now, when that kind of thing happens, it's wonderful. It's always wonderful, because we're showing our viewership that we are appreciative of their uh, engagement. But when you do want engagement, it's very important for businesses to take the time to engage with them. You can see the high numbers that are received. You get anything around, say, like 10%, 8 to 10% of your likes connecting with you, you're doing pretty good. But when you get 50% or over 100% of connections that are coming to you, and here is a story that went up. Let me just go right here. Now it just looks like, it was 13,000, and now we have 13,000, getting close to 14,000. But at that time when the story went up, we did not have 13,000 connected, engaged viewers. One of the best ways to find all of your stories is to go and have a look in your album area, because in the album area, you will be able to very quickly see the image and know which story it is. So here's the story that that individual suggested, and you can see this is what happened here. But again, this was incredible. 125 show shares on pages. We ended up getting like millions of social reach just from this alone. This is just showing the number of likes that happened, and then of course the comments, and there are plenty of them. Um, they really appreciated that. So when we work with you and your business, your service, your product, it's very important to um, listen to what you want to get across to your clientele, but it's also equally important for us to do the research to look to see what your competitors are doing or what is being done if you have no competitors, and mostly to make an assessment and analyze what the clients that you're wanting to reach want to know about you, because we don't just put up information about you. We do this in a way to generate sustained engagement. When you look at some of the videos that you'll find at the end of that social media key, you will be able to see the progression of how we started out, the analyzing point, and after the analyzing point, we went into developing the campaign for ads on Facebook, and then we went and set up a lot of the social media support sites that you see here. Um, and by doing that and keeping everything synchronized, if we were able to allow the viewership to be able to have updated information continually. Very important when you're a business, you want to make sure that at all times your information is being updated. And speaking of updates, we've now hit 1,000, and I am really going to have to go ahead and sign off because we're at 25 minutes. This is a pretty long session here, but with the 1,000 85 viewers now in 25 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and capture that. Thank you all for being here. Really appreciate it. Give us a call if you have any questions or would like to see something a little different in the viewership as far as how they respond, time frame, or if you'd like to see a little more of the analytics, or if you want information on how to go about selecting how often you should set up your updates, either 2, 3, 4, or 5 a week. We always recommend that you start out with just 2 a week. It's affordable, and it really does help generate sustained viewers to you. Thank you very much. This is Sharon at Sound Marketing. Thank you. Bye-bye.